See. Here we go. Hey, Beach Bum. Oh, this lighting ain't a lot better in here. Whatever. How are you doing today, Beach Bum? I'm doing okay. Try to wait for a couple people to get in here. Yeah, I don't know if I like it in here much better. You doing okay today? Got a couple things to talk about, not a lot. I really think my dog is about to start acting up. Oh. I gotta figure out some kind of way. I guess it will get better when my channel grows, but I need something to set up like an intro, something jazzy. Probably not, but oh. There's a couple people in here. A few people. Hey, Morgan. I'm so glad you could make it. So I'm not sitting here talking to myself. You and Beach Bum. Thank you guys so very much. This is awkward talking on camera. I'm not used to all this. You doing okay, Morgan? Hope everybody had a good weekend. If y'all could give me like one quick second, my dog is acting a little goofy right at the front door where I'm trying to be at. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know why. He just started acting up. Yeah, maybe I'll do some little fancy intro. Maybe I'll, test run with it, but I do the very best I can just to stream. I'm so old coming into this YouTube era. Trying to make sense of it all. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and get started. I know Miss Alex is listening. So, as y'all seen, I had Linda Stoltzfoos in the thumbnail, and I had also Suzanne Morphew. So, wonder what y'all think about. Well, thank you, Beach Bum. I so appreciate that. Not used to this messing with my hair on opposite sides of the camera either. Hey, Cheryl, I'm so glad you can make it. So, have any of y'all ever heard of the West Memphis 3? Now, it's a really old case. In fact, the guys, they're grown men now, but they were teenagers at the time when they were convicted and charged. But it is out of West Memphis, Arkansas. It was very brutal murder of 3 little boys. They were playing. I'm sure y'all are at least. Yes, of course. Okay, good. So, okay, and everybody has their own little thoughts on, did they do it? Did they not do it? And I'm sure you've seen the documentaries and all that. And I bring that around to the Suzanne Morphew because in the very beginning of the West Memphis 3 case, there was a man who came into the Bojangles and he was bloody. Well, literally, like nothing ever came of that. The lead never went anywhere. But am I not? Yes, I'll go back and watch those documentaries from time to time, and I've also seen independent interviews since the men have gotten out of jail from their Alford plea. But I'm still slightly torn on some things. But when I was younger and it first happened in my early 20s, you couldn't have convinced me they weren't guilty. I've since changed my mind, and now I'm just kind of like, things are a little weird, but at the same time, I'm open-minded, and I do think that they jump to conclusions with these kids. And I was also a teenager that wore black and didn't have a lot of friends and, F the system and, looked into, I wouldn't say practiced anything dark magic like that, but definitely different things interest me. All different religions interest me. obviously I have a true crime channel. Weird things interest me. The human nature interests me. Hey, Burble, I'm so glad you can make it. Trying to listen, having technical difficulties is just a thing. I'm figuring out it's kind of a part of my life in this YouTube journey. But anyways, so when I was a kid, I did a lot of the same similar things that the West Memphis 3 did, as far as, hey, Very Mary, I didn't even catch you. I hope I didn't miss anybody. But they still convicted. But anyways, back to what I was saying originally. There was a man who came into the Bojangles in West Memphis, and he was bloody. Yeah, they sounded like teens. Exactly. So, but the Bojangles, man, nothing ever happened. So in the very beginning of this Suzanne Morphew case, does anybody not remember, wasn't there something about suspect or somebody in the area that was wanted on suspicion of rape, or it was something weird with somebody in the very beginning of this Suzanne Morphew case. Alex, if you're listening, I know you're driving, you can't type, but I'm wondering if there's something more to do with this initial person. Now, I'm not saying Barry didn't do anything. I'm not saying anything. But hey, Southern Mom. But I'm just saying, I wonder if there's a little more validity to this person of interest. Well, they're not a person of interest. Just this something that came up. It was like within the first week of her going missing. There was a couple news reports, and I didn't think about it till right before I went to go live, and I was chatting in Discord, and then I thought about it, and then I thought about the West Memphis 3 and how that Bojangles guy, nothing ever came to light of it. Now, I really believe, as far as the West Memphis 3, that one of the boys' stepfathers was completely involved. And I don't know how that connects to the Bojangles guy, but what I am saying is if you can't overturn every single stone, then you haven't done everything. And I mean, that's the way police work should be. Investigation should be. You have to look at all options, all possibilities. So I don't know. I know also Barry, he just purchased a pretty big, piece of property not far from where their current house is. I remember. Yes, the freaking Bojangles, dude. I don't ever know whatever happened to that. What happened? The officer, she showed up. She talked to the people at the drive-thru. No, here. Okay, have a good night. Well, what kind of damn police office? What kind of police work is that? But let me scroll back up and make sure I didn't miss anybody. Yeah, Cheryl, Very Mary. I'm so glad y'all can make it. But yeah, I was just talking about the similarities between, or, is there somebody that went missed? I do think a lot of times, I think, it is a little, I mean, yes, the spouse obviously does get, a lot of times the spouse, male or female, they are involved a lot of times. But I do think that with that being said, there are a lot of times where they're automatically assumed guilty and they're not, So I don't know. And maybe one of y'all could tell me, do y'all remember when the Suzanne Morphew case first happened, that first week? There were early reports that there was somebody in the neighborhood, they got released from jail, they had sex crimes, or it was something. I'm going to go back and look. Like I said, I didn't even recognize it or realize it until right before I went live, that I remember there being some little rumblings, which is probably just rumblings. It probably doesn't mean anything. What does it mean, though? What kind of missing case goes and there's nothing? I mean, there's literally nothing. A lot of times, if there's nothing to go on in missing persons cases, sometimes, well, I won't say a lot of times, sometimes it's premeditated. There's nothing to follow up on for a reason. And if she really did go on a bike ride, she really did wake up and her Mother's Day was great, she's just going to spend a little time with self. She heads out. We know in the true crime community, nobody vanishes. Nobody vanishes. There's always a reason why. So I don't know, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Who in my chat thinks Barry is guilty? Who, everybody's presumed innocent until proven guilty. Can't remember details, Bieber, but I think they ruled him out. Yeah, maybe so. I think it's strange that there's nothing's come out about Susan. Nothing. Yeah. I think a part of me does think he's involved, but it's not the reasons that y'all may think. One of my reasons to think, well, for one, he flat out, this Tyson Draper, I can't give that guy credit enough. He really has the gift of disarming people. He lied straight to his face. I mean, he seemed like it was very very calm. I really do think that he probably knew he wasn't supposed to talk to this Tyson guy. I really do think that. And he flat out told him, I've been ruled out. I've been ruled out. The police have told me. But that's a bold-faced lie, because just last week the police came out and said, no, nobody's ruled out. We have not ruled out anybody. And furthermore, we're researching the damn house. They didn't say it quite as insinuating as I just did, but in context clues, 1 and 1 equals 2. So, yeah. Yeah, I like Tyson, too. I think he's really good. Hey, Roberta, no worries. You don't ever have to apologize here unless, you've done something wrong. But showing up late, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And he did the weak plea. And initially I was like, man, that's kind of some kind of weak plea, until I talked to my own husband and he was like, I probably wouldn't even get on camera. So, I mean, I guess it's just different people. And I will say my man, he's really not the type to get up there and just, he's more silent, behind the scenes, he's got a deep reach, but he's not going to be out in all the girls like Tyson. Oh, well, it ain't like that. I think he has a gift of disarming people. Megan McLeod, hey, glad you can make it. That speaks volumes to law enforcement tries to rule or sing other people's family. First, yet 2 months later, he's still not ruled out. Exactly. I do. Great point. Great point. I mean, come on now. A lot of times, if the police really do feel like they're not involved, they will try to rule them out as fast as possible, because you do not want a public uproar. You don't want the whole community like, what the hell? I agree with that. I think that's a very valid point. And welcome to the stream. But yeah, I think that's a great point. 2 months and he hasn't been ruled out. That's strange to me. I agree. I think that's odd. I mean, why would they research the house? It is very weird. Let me go up and make sure I didn't miss anybody's comments. Let's see. No bike. Susan's father says those brakes on the bike were locked for months before she. Yeah, I heard that too. I think one of the previous streams probably was you that actually said that. Yes, yet think somehow someone else is involved. I think if Barry is involved, he's not. I think if Barry is involved, he's not by himself. But then again, though, if he's powerful, he's arrogant. If you're going to move by yourself. Very similar to Chris Watts as far as, well, Barry's obviously a lot more scripted and crafted than Chris Watts. But, I think the girlfriend was involved with the Chris Watts, but not as, you know what, I don't know. Maybe she wasn't. Maybe she was. I don't like her. Her character is shit to me. But let's see. They lost. Where did that? They lost the evidence in the Bojangles. They lost the Bojangles evidence. Yeah, Morgan, they lost a lot in that damn case. I tell you right now, that was a crazy. The West Memphis 3. That was. Let's see. Let me scroll back down. There are no other suspects or persons of interest that police have mentioned. I believe. Yeah. I mean, I wonder what his kids think. I wonder. Because there's no stories like the ones that Walls can tell. What happened in that house? What was the frame of mind? How long was he on vacation? Did she ever even have a bike ride? I mean, well, he wasn't on vacation. I guess he was working. They're always working. He's got no money to pay anyone. I thought he was pretty wealthy. But I could be wrong. But I thought they were both individually. I thought she had like a, nonprofits don't, sometimes they could be very successful. But I thought they were well enough off. If he wanted to get rid of her, he could, so to speak. I know that sounds awful, but he is a jerk. So would help him. That's fine. Wait a minute. And he's a jerk. Yes, he does seem very grandiose. He does. I know. I know. I wonder. And there's also been reports like Susan's family saying we can't talk, we can't say anything. I think that's very strange. Why aren't y'all talking? Why can't y'all say something? But if you like, like in the parent situation, this man's been your family. I mean, if he has seemed outstanding forever, I mean, it is going to be a little bit of a shock. What do you mean he killed my daughter? What do you mean he's not good to my grandkids, or he's got some evil intent? But I do think that that's weird too. I do think why what very Mary. Yeah, maybe I said something. I get to talk and I don't know. They were trying to sell their old house, had to get court approved. Whoa, really? Had to get court approved. Yeah, well, I guess so, to clear from any more searches. I think that's telling too, that damn near a month and a half later and they researched the house. I think that's telling. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, why do y'all think her parents and her family specifically isn't talking? I understand Barry. I understand the girls, wonder why her family, I mean, I'm almost 1,000% positive why can't they talk? You would just think they will. Yes, very Mary, that was exactly what I was trying to say. Why can't they talk? Like, what? Did somebody tell them they can't talk? That's exactly what I'm saying. You would be hard pressed to tell me that my kid's missing and I can't speak about it. Yeah, I'll be damned. I'm going to. I'm seeking answers. So yeah, I thought that was why the authorities have asked him to keep silent, but why? And that's what I was saying too. And again, I guess I understand why, but unless they really feel like she's not with us anymore, unless the police really feel like she's deceased and this could compromise the investigation, which means that she's not missing. If you're going to speak, you're going to speak about missing people. If you're going to speak about deceased people, you're going to speak about justice and what are we going to do now? And we're not going to, all the things that victims' families would say. So they very well may be and have been treating this like a homicide, I think, in order to not divulge information. Yeah. Yeah. It would be hard to, especially if you're speaking and they're like, don't speak, and they tell you not to speak, and then somebody asks you something, you'd be like, well, yeah, I mean, he cut up all her clothes and burned them in the, crazy stuff. I mean, you would be compelled to give answers when asked. I don't know. I don't think there's nothing wrong with a fake speech plan for her return from her family. And as a matter of fact, a lot of law enforcement will allow you to do that, If they are not doing anything, I'd be on any news. That is exactly right. Unless they are handling it like a murder investigation and they have told the family as such. I don't know, though. I think Susan's case is pretty weird. This Natalie Jones case out of Georgia, which she left, she left and she was on her way back, so I don't know about that either, and sometimes we may say, oh, we need a break, or oh, we're going to take a vacation, and foul play doesn't, it doesn't discriminate with time or race or anything, I mean, foul play just happens at times. It just happens, I will say this, and Roberta, I'm glad you're in the stream. I had a friend, I guess it was about probably about 3 months ago. And she went missing. I mean, missing. I mean, her kids didn't talk to her. It was unlike her. Now, she did dabble in some troublesome things, which, gives people pause. So it gives law enforcement pause, gives people around. But when a family's telling you this isn't like them, in spite of all of these characteristics that they have, this one is new and they haven't done this or whatever. And I really thought something may have been wrong with my friend. And we started pushing it out there, getting her picture out there. And then, I don't know, maybe within a week, she has showed up. She popped up. And it wasn't, some things happened, but it wasn't, she put herself in a position. And sometimes that happens too. Sometimes as people put themselves in positions and they still need help, so just because somebody's missing and they come back, that doesn't mean they didn't need to be found, So I say all that to say too, keep hope, because, she very well may come back. She very well may return. It just, missing people's cases is just something. But I know if it's like an older teenagers, period. Older teenagers and teenagers in general, and, somebody's got a sketchy history or, any of that, it gives pause. Oh, maybe they're a runaway. Oh, maybe it was just this. But the fact is, facts remain the same. They are missing. They are not contacting, and there is nothing. So the investigation portion still needs to happen in search of the truth. No matter what the outcome is, truth has to be sought. Missing people had to be found, so let me see what you guys are saying. If they tell me all details, I keep quiet, but not. And yeah, I know. I think it's crazy. I think it's absolutely crazy. So in my thumbnail, I had cops better hope my kids never go missing. You said that. You said a mouthful right there, Beach Bum. You said a mouthful right there. You can't even injure my child at the school. I'm kicking in the office door if you didn't do anything. Like, we have to advocate for our kids. Yeah, Natalie has been gone way too long. Something is not right. It's just sad, and I hope she's okay. And I exactly. And that's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, something's not right. Whether they did it to themselves, there's foul play, something isn't right. That is the bottom line. That's what I mean. They got to be found. There's one of the subscribers. She may be here right now. Her friend. She has a daughter, or she has a son. He left walking to work. 23, I believe he was. I got a video about it. His name is Cedric. Walking to work. Never seen him again. He's got Asperger's. 23 years old. Well, in Nashville, I'm telling you right now, they're bogged down with all kinds of stuff between homicides, shootings, and, people do just walk off. This is over a year this guy's been missing and nothing, especially with somebody that has some kind of mental stuff going on. Like, my heart breaks for this family, for these families. Linda Stoltzfoos, this girl, yeah, it is. I agree, Barry Mary. It's apparent we need to be taking care of our kids and oh yeah, exactly. Us specifically, and I don't mean leaving your children with strangers in hotel rooms. I seen a story a couple days ago about that. The kid come up missing, but the mom left him in the hotel room with the man. Get the what? What? Okay, fine. Have your kid in the hotel room. That's fine. People fall on hard times. That's fine. Oh, but do you want to, invite crackhead from, B19 down here to babysit your kids while you make a run? Hello, women, ladies. Are you crazy? Are you out your damn mind? You just leave your kid with random people? Random people you don't know? It's nuts. It's absolutely insane to me. Anyways, but Linda Stoltzfoos is the Amish girl out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. She's 18 years old. She left. She went to church. She was walking home, and now she's gone. Well, let's see. That was Father's Day where she went missing. They picked up a Justo smoker, 34 years old. They picked him up for kidnapping of Linda. There's no body. There's nowhere. They don't know where he went that day. They have a couple eyewitnesses that said that they waved to somebody in the car. She didn't wave back. But she just left. She just vanished. Well, fast forward, I guess probably a week, he's in jail, bragging. Well, if they don't have a body, they can't charge me. There's loopholes for everything, Mr. Smoker, just so you know. But I did a little digging in this guy's Facebook page, and he is He's not a nice person, and a lot of his stuff seems very predator like. But let's see, Barbara Creek, gotta go be. Bye, Verbal. Thank you for stopping. Love you too. Thanks for the support. Some of these women need to be the ones left alone with these honey. These women will pick these perpetrators for their future husbands. These women are crazy. These men are crazy. You get a black hole man or a black hole woman, your whole fucking life is over. It's over. You might as well take your life, drop it in that commode, and flush it. These black hole women, they're a dime a damn dozen. Same thing with the men. Prime example, this poor Olivia Jansen, her father, Howard Jansen, and the mother, or the stepmother, Jacqueline Kirkpatrick. Prime example of black hole women and black hole men. They will take you for everything you have. They're on some felonious, drug-induced love fest, and it's us against the world. It's us against the world. We just, as long as we have each other, everything is just going to manifest from our sick, felonious love that is chemically induced. These people are trash. They don't care about their kids, and it's all about self. It's all about self. Anyways, so this poor family, this Amish girl, Linda Stoltzfoos, can you imagine being Amish? Like for me, I seek truth. I seek truth about God. I seek truth about everything, evolving as a person, evolving as a human, a better mom, a better this, a better that. These people spend and devote their entire life to doing things what they feel like is the right way. What they feel like is the right way. They don't believe in pictures. They don't believe in social media. They have their children in church. They pray, however many times a day. They make their own clothes. They live off the land. They don't use technology. You do everything the right way, everything in your mind the right way. And your 18-year-old, she sleeps to go to church and then she just never comes back. You imagine how freaking robbed these people feel just to have some. This guy, this child of God, Justo Smoker, snatched her. All her family's hopes and dreams, all of their doing the right thing, all of their good, just for somebody else to come along and take it from you. How awful is that? And being so involved in faith and so, such a believer, it would not be, I guarantee you, at least one of them has said, why us? Why did this happen to us? We did everything right. I'm sure there's pleas to God, cries to God. Why? But people that have real true faith, they shake that off real quick and they know sometimes bad things just happen. But, I feel so bad for these parents and this, I'm trying to be nice. This freaking jerk off in this jail is going to have the nerve to complain or to brag. Well, they don't have a body. They can't do anything to me. Oh, that's cute. That's real cute. Well, guess what? There's other ways of getting karma. There's other ways of getting your punishment, Mr. Smoker. You need to give this family peace. You need to have a moment of clarity. I've been in prayer. I've been praying for this guy. I hope he feels very convicted by his actions and he comes clean. This poor family, let them bury their child. Let them see their child. Whatever condition she's in, they need to know. They need to move past this. Where I work, we had kids in there all the time, women being horrible men, sad and disgusting, temporary agent shelter for abuse. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a rough one. My husband's mother, her friend of hers, sister, they're involved in like safe houses and stuff for abused women. And this man, he just came in there and he shot her. He come to her house. She's safe. Everything's fine. He came in there, shot her, shot himself, kids. And there's kids, her mom, the daughter was there. Just awful. Just awful. Black hole man. He was a black hole man. You would never get nowhere. He was one of them ones that would tell you, you'll never find nobody like me. Never. Y'all know them type of people, men or women. I'm the best. I'm the best at everything. You'll never be nobody like me. Yeah, right. Please. That's a self-esteem tactic. Yeah, beach bum. That's overwhelming to be around that a lot. I've spoke before, but I used to teach this Saturday school class, and we had these special needs kids, poverty-stricken families, and stuff like that. And you had this brief, small moment in time where you can plant these positive seeds in these kids, and you just pray to God it carries them through the week, you know. And I mean, I have flat out had a kid completely run away. Like, I had to chase him from the church, like on feet. Holy crap, this kid just really ran away from the church. It was awful. By the time I got to him, he's kicking and screaming. He was like 10, you know, and all he has been around was violence, abuse. You're nothing. You're never going to be nothing. You're stupid. Shut up and sit down. You don't talk unless you're spoken. You know, all that, you know, jargon, that craziness, you know, that those black hole parents that they do to their kids, you know. Now, I'm not saying kids don't need to mind. I can be very strict at times, but I'm not, you know, of course they matter. Of course they have rights. Of course they're human. You know, they're little human. They're tiny little humans. My dog is out there barking. I think he thinks I'm in here upset or something, because he doesn't normally just bark in the backyard anyways. But it's very sad when you work with families like that. It's also very rewarding too. It's absolutely very rewarding. The police need to take force on this smoker fella and try to make, yeah, I know. What do you do? Waterboard them? You do torture them? Then you know better than the next person. But I agree. I wish there was some kind of way, you know, but he's got to talk. You've got to tell these people where their baby's at. You can't do this to people. What makes you think you are you are so wonderful with inside of yourself, you can keep these people from their children, from their child? You don't have to tell them you want to do something awful. They know you kidnapped her. They charged you with kidnapping. And now you just want to, you're already done, dude. You're already done. Whether you come clean or not, you're going down for this. You're going down for this. They're not going to skip right over the she's still missing, she's not here issue. Okay? They're going to do something. You're going down. You might as well just come clean. I think it's stinking awful, man. I think it's awful. So also, I wanted to talk about where y'all at. Are y'all shut down? I know that they are really trying to restart these shutdowns. Let me see what y'all are writing. I know they're trying to do the lockdowns again. Y'all locked down where y'all are at? In my county, we are not locked down, but we are locking down in some parts of our state again. Yes, they have ways to make him talk. You know me. I know they have a way, but you know, if a person in their mind is just, you know what, I'm not going to come clean. You know, it's just very much like a child, you know, good parents say you tell, if they don't want to comply, they don't have to comply. You know, I mean, what do you do? I mean, within reason. You know, he's not a terrorist. He's not something like that. I mean, to me, he is, because he's around terrorizing young women. But as far as the government's concerned, you know, what do you do with somebody that refuses to talk? You know, I know what you see on TV and everything else, but especially in this climate, you really think they can just go in there and beat the snot out of this guy and it'll be fine? No. I mean, the worldview is on all police agencies right this minute, you know. So I'm sure they're, you know, taking it very carefully. But then again, I don't know. You know, I know a lot of places in Pennsylvania, they have little small towns and they don't really put up with crap. And they're very country in some parts of Pennsylvania. From my very little knowledge of Pennsylvania. But don't smoke, yes, I know. But you know, they're going to throw them against the wall and stuff like that. If they don't want to talk, they don't want to talk. You know, he might as well, if he thinks it's going to cut him some kind of deal, he might just take his ass whipping on the chin and be like, fine, I don't care. You're not going to kill me in this jail cell. Do whatever. I'm not talking. For me, and prayer is probably a more, I don't know. I'm going to pray for conviction to be on this man's heart. You know, they need answers. They have got to have answers. But just how arrogant and grandiose do you have to be to not only do the offense, you want to have the nerve to not even give this family, you know, resolve. It's awful. It's freaking awful. So I hadn't planned on talking about it, but I just thought about it. In the Vanessa Guillen case, I think they're going to show the exact investigation to Trump. I think later on this week they're supposed to meet. Maybe something will come out of that. They did their memorial service. That happened also. So y'all locked down? Where y'all are at, or is everybody locked down? How is the COVID in y'all's areas? I know, just when I think it's okay, you know, here that goes with the stupid crap. They're mandatory mask everywhere up here now. They're starting to. Like I said, my little tiny county, nothing just yet, but I'm sure it's coming. I am sure it's coming. All these businesses closing. The West Memphis 3, I was talking about that earlier. That might be a good little topic to do one day if y'all wanted to do that. There are so many different layers to that one. And, you know, if these gentlemen are really innocent, that means that there's still a murderer somewhere out there of these little boys in West Memphis. I got to say, that case really broke my heart. It really did. Like, it was really awful. And there's not a documentary, a movie, an interview I haven't watched about it. I mean, I tried to dig everything at that case. That case really bothered me. But at the time, I only lived probably maybe an hour from where it happened. Well, maybe a little bit further out. But I didn't live far at all from when it really happened. And I lived there for a long time, close to Memphis. So, but let's see. I forgot what else. Oh, I don't have my little notes. We're not on lockdown, but it's starting to come back. We have to wear masks everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. In our little county, like I said, we don't have to wear masks, but pretty much every single bigger county around us have to wear masks. So I'm in Tennessee. I think y'all are in Georgia, Roberta. So, yeah. I know I've been doing, following up on this Olivia Jansen case, but with that, I follow a lot of news organizations. The violence and everything is really bad in Kansas City. I don't guess I realized just exactly how bad it was, but I don't know. It's pretty awful up there. I mean, in a lot of places, the rioting and stuff is still really bad. I don't know, guys. I feel like there's, everywhere you look, something's, on fire. I mean, I believe there's a lot of major collapses happening with what we are all dependent on. And, we may actually have to do some self-preserving. We may have to stop depending on government for a lot of things. Personally, that's what I feel. But anyways. I'm kind of, it's really sad right now. It's a little, I don't watch about a lot of stuff. Like, I keep up with some stuff, but it's too damn depressing. It's too sad. It's too many, oh, this is this and that's that. And this is this. And, it's too much. It's too much. One person can only take so much, what are you going to do? Is there any one solution that's going to fix these major problems that have been going on for years? Our financial decline. I mean, I'm gonna just throw this out here. I'm not gonna get super deep. In fact, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Probably in the next 10 minutes or so. But y'all know, like, I think it was within the first few years of the Federal Reserve. That's when we had the Depression, and that's when we had the Depression. So, I mean, like, different collapses have to happen in order for rebuild to begin. But I'm just going to say, guys, like, please take care of your families. Take care of your families. For us, we had to stop depending so much on other things and other people, like our food and stuff like that. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on, guys. But anyways, I'm probably going to wrap it up here in a minute. Y'all have any topics y'all want to talk about? There's a few of y'all in here. I don't know. I'm open, like I said in the thumbnail, just open topics. I don't know. I know I'll do another stream on Wednesday. Guys, I'm working on like 3 videos, and I've been working on them. Dior Kuntz is one, a little sweet baby out of Idaho. I've been working on a major scandal. Also, I am doing a new part of the channel. I'm going to start this new thing. And it's gonna be, I mean, it's still going to be pretty messed up, but it's not going to be as egregious as the child abuse and the murders and things like that. But there are some little nuggets, but it's going to be about different stuff. It's a little bit more lighter. True crime, though, nonetheless. It'll be true crime. But I've been working on it. And I'll probably start doing the voiceovers probably this afternoon, maybe. Later on tonight, maybe. When hubby does the guitar lessons, he's been learning how to play the guitar, which I think is great. So, all right, guys. I guess I'm going to wrap it up because I think my dog is trying to break in the door again. I don't know what his problem is today. Anyways, y'all have any? Oh, it's okay, Very Mary. You're okay. I was asking, is there anything you wanted to talk about, Very Mary? Anybody in the chat? Y'all want to go over anything? Listen, once the video processes, if y'all think about something y'all want to do with the stream, maybe if y'all have an idea, like these live streams are y'all's. I'm just up here yapping. Cece just updated about arrest on the babysitter King. Oh, really? I will have to check that out. I would definitely have to check that out. So they made an arrest. That's great. That's always good. That's really good. I had to check that out. Yes, Cece's great. Which I'm pretty sure everybody in here watches Cece, but if you don't, coffee with Cece, she's great. She's great. She's real good about putting out new stuff, and she has a live stream every morning. I think she's on Mountain Time, so she normally starts about 9:30 Central, but I'm not sure what it is. I guess it would be 10:30 her time. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it too. The babysitter King. You know what? I'm gonna be real honest. King Hill. I don't even know if I'm aware of this case. I don't know. I may be. I don't know. What is the baby's name? Is the baby's name King Hill? Let me check into it. That's not a place. Way to go, Bieber. Cannot wait. Thanks for covering the cases you do. Yeah, you know what, guys? I really do love doing this stuff, but sometimes it does take a little bit. Like this is crazy. This is the stupid that I have to do. Well, I don't have to deal with it. I want to do a service, and some topics just need to be talked about. I'm passionate about a lot of things. So with the Adrian Jones case in Kansas City, I talked about that a few streams ago. I've been looking and researching. I'm fixing to put out. That's another video I'm working on for him. And egregious, freaking shit that the CPS, DCS, all these, government agencies that are supposed to help our children that completely fall so flat on their face. And half the time it's just to cover their own ass. But anyways, well, with that story, the baby, they fed the baby to pigs, to 6-feeder pigs. Well, guess what? That's exactly the movie. We went to watch a movie later on that night. I was like, oh yeah, that movie's great. It was a movie called Snatch. It's got Brad Pitt. It's an old movie. I hadn't thought about it in years. I was like, yeah, I remember that. It was a good movie. So guess what's in the damn movie? They feed the mafia people to the pigs. I was like, oh God. Ugh. it just some of these cases take just hey Janie, some of these cases take just some kind of toll on me. I know when I did that video about Kermit Gosnell, that psycho killer at the abortion clinic. I couldn't even handle meat for like a week. That's how vulgar that story is. So yeah, I'm very excited to be doing this new little segment. I guess, I'm not going to say what it's called here, but not that nobody cares, just going to steal my ideas. But I knew before I even had the channel that I wanted to do something like this, because I think these kind of little stories are not fun, but they're interesting, and they're so much lighter than children being thrown in a pigsty. So, in all these other cases, and yeah, sometimes it does, I will get kind of down or whatever, but I think all in all, I handle it pretty well, mentally. And me and my old man, we talk about it. He ain't all that thrilled about it a lot of times. And I get it. I get it. And definitely nobody wants to talk about it. So I'm very grateful to my little community. I'm so glad you made it, had time to make it, Janie. And everybody else, I've seen some new names in here. I so appreciate it. And I also, if I have anybody in here that's recently subscribed, hey man, thank you so much. I've gotten a whole bunch of new subscribers this past week and the week before. So I just welcome to the channel. These streams are going to get better. Oh my God. Janie, you want me to burst out in tears? Yes. Yes, ma'am. I've heard about Evelyn Boswell. I have a couple videos on her, and she's one of the reasons I have my channel right now. I was researching her case, and I found Cece. She's another YouTuber, Coffee with Cece. And we got to talking, outside of YouTube and her live streams. And I voiced that I wanted to do my YouTube channel, and I've been wanting to do it. And she said, just do it. But it's Baby Evelyn. I'm very familiar with Baby Evelyn. And if we don't get something cracking in this case for Baby Evelyn, it's driving me crazy. I live about 30 minutes away from East Tennessee. Yep, I don't live very far from East Tennessee either. Cece really doesn't live far at all. She's probably about as far away from you as you are. But I live in Tennessee. Yeah, I live in Middle Tennessee. So I'm probably about 2 or 3 hours. But I'm actively involved in seeking justice for Baby Evelyn, and I followed the case since very day one. So yes, to answer your question, I'm very familiar with Baby Evelyn. I have a few videos I've done. As a matter of fact, how do you spell her name? Exactly the way you spelled it. That's exactly how you're supposed to spell. That's the name. You spelled it correctly. But my very first video was comparisons of Casey Anthony and Megan Boswell. That was my very first video on this channel at all. So, and it's probably, if you go back and watch it, I've gotten somewhat better over time. But, Cece, no, let me put it, I don't know how to drop links in here necessarily, but it's, I don't know what happened, guys. Thank y'all. I went to type it in and I hit something. But yes, that's how you put it. Coffee with Cece. Yeah, I need to figure out how to drop links in here. As y'all can see, I do good just to type in the chat. You're welcome. And she does live streams every morning, and she's really good. And she's good to her members, our membership, subscribers, and stuff like that. She's really good. So, but yeah, she doesn't live far from where it happened. I believe if she goes to the mall, she said it. I'm not outing her or nothing. She said it before. If she goes to the mall, it is in Kingsport. So yeah, that case really bothered me and Cece. But yeah, yeah, you're in the right hands if you're looking for news on Evelyn, because I will definitely be covering it, because yeah, something ain't right with that case. And Cece keeps reminding me it's a small county. That was a big case. They were overwhelmed. I'm okay with all that. That's great. But I need answers. I need answers. I mean, there has been literally nothing but charges of crimes that nothing for Evelyn. There's been nothing for Evelyn. Nothing. No, nothing. False reports. We are going to get Evelyn's Law. I think they did pass it, as a matter of fact. Glad you didn't go missing. Yeah, guys, I went missing the other day. My last stream, my computer fritzed out, and I thought it cut it off, but it didn't. So I just was like, whatever, live stream done. No, I still was live, and I didn't know it. And poor Roberta thought I had been kidnapped. I'm so glad I wasn't kidnapped, guys. They do need to charge somebody. Just what the hell is going on? What is going on in this case? Yes, Mary, I believe, there can't be, surely, I mean, it wasn't a lot of, I don't know. I don't know how the bodies was found. I don't know any of that, but surely there's enough evidence to prove what happened to the baby, to show something. I do think that they were all four involved. I think Hunter, Megan, the grandmother, and the damn boyfriend. I think they were all involved. I think they were absolutely McLeod. I think they were all involved. Had to have a tipster. Yeah, have to have a tipster. Yes. And that's something else too. What was it? Upwards of close to 1,000 tips in the Evelyn Boswell case. Nothing comes from it. And that's something else too. Like, a lot of these cases, they don't even have any leads. That you want to know why? Because the message is not getting out. Like Olivia Navarro. Olivia. Is her name Olivia? Alicia Navarro. She's out of Nevada. There's no tips. They've received no tips in this missing girl. And that right there, that lets me know that her case is not getting enough attention. She's 15 years old. She's out of Nevada. She's got Asperger's. Her mother believes that she was lured out of her home and abducted. I did a video about it a couple weeks ago. As a matter of fact, I was going to put her in this stream, but I'm going to talk about her more on Wednesday. So very light tip about all of it. All involved. I feel that way. Yeah, I do too. I did hear a little rumblings that Hunter is the one that did it, that he ran her over. I did hear that, but any rumblings I hear, it ain't going to be from nothing super credited, because I'm not connected, but I got eyes and ears, and I can see a lot. And I'm sorry, something's fishy about the whole situation. The car, why did they give money this? Why was he giving her the car? And then you got the grandparent. The grandma says, "Oh yeah, if he could be involved, he could be involved. William definitely, yeah, he could totally have something to do with this missing baby." That's an odd statement for a grandmother to say. And then on the flip side, then you got David Jones, this guy. He's saying, "Oh, she's great, and Megan, she's at the bottom of whatever's going on, this, that, and other." But yet you continue to get her out, you bail her out. You very obviously are an enabler to Angela. She's trash. I'm sorry. I don't know. She had to run away to clear her mind and process baby Evelyn being found. Lady, cut the shit. You went to get high because you about to go to jail. Somebody needs to talk. Somebody in this little case of Evelyn, they need to talk. That's just, but they put the baby to rest. They had their memorial, but man, if we don't get justice for Evelyn, like we did not get justice for little Kaylee Anthony, I'm going to be enraged. I am going to be enraged. Sad people kill their kids for me. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier in the stream. These black hole men and these black hole women, they ain't never going, shit ever going to come from them. And they just, it's us. It's us against the world. And, they're just so grandiose and stupid, Oh yeah, they don't care about these kids. These kids are in the way. These kids are in the way as far this damn Johnson, this or Jansen, Howard Jansen, in this Olivia Jansen case in Kansas City. He posts this shit. It shows two skeletons, laying there waiting on our kids to go to bed to have alone time. Well, what does he caption? F that door and F them kids. Who writes F them kids? Even if in a joking manner. I mean, come on. Any grown adults know how to have sex without children being around or without children knowing. Any grown-ups that like alone time, there's a way of doing it without neglecting or abusing or killing your children. Sorry, you're evil. Something's broken inside of you. JJ and Tylee need justice too. Well, they're getting justice. I agree. And no, my God, that freaking case right there, man. Black hole woman, Lori Vallow. She was a black hole woman. Nothing ever come good from her. She was abusing them kids. I really believe she was drugging all of her kids at some point or another. And I don't mean with like heavy sedation or anything, but with, Tylenol PMs, Lunesta, whatever that was. I read in that. I think that's how you pronounce it. And the affidavit from her past marriages, they were drugging the kids. They were giving them stuff to sleep. I'm not talking about all natural melatonin either. I'm talking about shit that will knock your kids out for a very, very long time. So yeah, I'm not. It's all ridiculous, And these damn people there's a special place for them. But yeah, definitely need justice for little baby Evelyn. But yeah, Janie, if you want to, you can go back. I have a couple videos on little baby Evelyn. Yeah. And even still, I didn't put a whole lot in there that I wanted to put in there. And, and I feel like a lot of that, I do a lot of that with some of my videos. I leave out a lot. But, there's only a certain amount of watch time that people can stomach. So I try to put a lot in the shorter videos because I know people's attention span is not there. And not only do I not know it, because I do the same thing, the analytics shows me, how long people watch, how long this, how long that, so I want to make sure I put a lot of information, and try to in a short period of time because, some things does need to be said. Some things do need to be out there. And they ain't me yapping my mouth. It's facts and evidence that a lot of times go unnoticed, So, and I try to think out of the box. I'm going to be real honest. I have tried, and I have tried to muster up some kind of sympathy for Miss Megan. Not even sympathy necessarily, but just some kind of, come on, man. Come on. Just come out with it. You're a young mom, just open your mouth. What happened? What happened? What happened? God, I don't know. And then they had this culpable statement that she supposedly made. What was this culpable statement? Oh, I can't wait till they come out with all this stuff, man. But Bieber is my name on here, but my first name is Amber. Don't tell nobody. I'm joking. But yeah, my first name is Amber. So, all right, guys, we are close to the hour mark. I'm so glad I had some new people in here today, and I'm so glad I have my older people. Y'all are really Cece's people. I stole y'all. I'm so sorry, Cece. I'm so very sorry. I'm joking, guys. Anyways, thank y'all so much. Like I said, once this video processes or in any of the other videos, if y'all wanted to just drop a comment, if y'all want to talk about something, if y'all, want to do something in the live stream, are you still going to talk about the woman that killed her child? Which woman? Which woman, Roberta? Let me see. Maybe I missed a comment. Yep, in my brain. Let's see. Oh, let's see. New comment. Amber and Justin Bieber. Well, it's not really, that's not why they call me Bieber. But The reason they call me Beaver, well, and I had one of my best friends, her little boy, when he was little, he couldn't say Amber, so he called me Beaver. And my little baby, he would say Beaver too. And so that's where it came from. And it was just kind of a nickname. My old man calls me, well, actually, he calls me Beaver because he thinks he's so hilarious and stuff. It's not really cute when he introduces me as that, but whatever. He loves laughing. He loves laughing, having a good time. But yeah. Yeah, so hopefully that will be the last Justin Bieber reference. I'm just teasing, Janie. I'm just teasing. But yeah, a lot of people think that it has something to do with Justin Bieber. But it's just really a pronunciation of the little baby's names, or the way they say my names at the time. You said you were going to talk about the mom that killed her child in the last video. I'll go back and look. I will go back and look and see. And I was going to do a video about it. I'll go back and look and see if you had a name, because there's a lot of moms that kill their kids, unfortunately. Yeah, Roberta, if I said that, I wasn't trying to like fall short on something I said. I will definitely go back and see. And maybe I meant I was going to put a video out about it. I don't know, though. You're probably right. My brain gets going a little fast, and I get ahead of myself. Well, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. But, yeah, and Roberta, you can reach out to me in a different way, too. And I think I have it on my little thing, my Facebook page. But, yeah, just reach out, shoot me a little email or something, y'all. Leave it to bieber@gmail.com. And if y'all have any comments, y'all want to talk about anything, y'all just let me know. You're actually going to talk to them. That's what I am working on that. Okay. I know what you're saying now. I thought you were saying talk to. I am working on that. Thank you for asking. I am working on that. I'm trying to get all the information on how to mail and things like that. And I'm really right now just trying to set up something to where I can, receive it without it coming to my direct house. Yes, thank you so much, Janie. Come back anytime. Just subscribe too, and you'll get notifications. Have a great one. But yeah, thank you for asking me, Roberta. I am still working on that. So, but yeah. All right, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a good one, and I will see y'all Wednesday.